Tonight, we report on the fire that destroyed a large building near Blue Lake and a series of collisions that closed Interstate 90. What's going on in sports, Bob?
Moses Lake boys soccer blew past Eisenhower last night. Stay tuned to find out how the Chiefs pulled it off. Let's take a peek at our Weather Center forecast.
Hi everyone, looks like we'll be having dry conditions, but will this system impact our area this week? You're going to have to stay tuned because I will have all the details for you coming up soon.
I'm Alan Troop. Stay tuned for all of this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
Interstate 90 was closed this morning after a semi-truck struck 3 vehicles about a mile east of Vantage. According to Washington State Patrol, a white 2008 Kenworth semi-truck hauling hay struck a white 2007 Sterling street sweeper parked behind an asphalt grinder in a construction zone. The street sweeper truck, the grinder, and the semi careened into a maroon 2003 Cadillac CTS heading west on I-90. The semi continued and struck the rear of a white 2010 Dodge Ram pickup. All of the vehicles came to rest in the westbound lanes, forcing a closure of the highway. Ricardo Reyes Lopez, a 42-year-old Moses Lake man, was driving the semi-truck. He was not injured in the collisions, but a Mattawa woman driving the Cadillac and a Quincy man driving the Dodge pickup were both injured. The cause of the collisions is under investigation by the State Patrol. A large building was destroyed by fire north of Soap Lake last night. The smoke could be seen for miles along the State Route 17 as numerous vehicles burned inside the structure. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
A large metal warehouse and apartment structure filled with valuable vehicles, boats, and tools was destroyed by a fast-moving fire Tuesday night in Blue Lake. No one was injured in the blaze at 1415 Road 31.3 Northeast. The 60 by 100-foot structure and an adjacent home was owned by Doward Downing, an Ellensburg farmer, according to Grant County Fire District 7 Chief Kirk Shepard. The home was not damaged after firefighters doused it with water. Shepard said the fire was reported at 5:27 p.m. from Fire District 7's Blue Lake station, which immediately responded to the building engulfed in flames. A black plume of smoke could be seen more than a mile away from State Route 17. The fire was extinguished at 11:35 p.m. The Grant County Fire Marshal's office is investigating the cause of the blaze. Firefighters drafted water from Blue Lake to an engine, which in turn pumped it uphill to the structure fire. Shepard said the building, which was less than 5 years old, contained a number of adult toys, including a limited edition 1989 Corvette. Also inside the structure were 2 Bayliner boats, a pontoon boat, 4 jet skis, 2 Harley-Davidson motorcycles, and a fifth-wheel trailer. The value of damage in the blaze was still being determined, Shepard said. 7 vehicles and about 30 firefighters fought the blaze. Fire District 7 was assisted by Cooley City and Ephrata Fire Departments. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
Moses Lake residents will see an increase to their water, sewer, and stormwater rates. The City Council approved the second reading of an ordinance to increase the rates by 1.8%. The increase is based on the Consumer Price Index. Officials stated the increase is to cover the cost of inflation so the city can continue to maintain its systems. Along with the increases, the council also moved forward with increasing garbage rates, limiting the senior citizen discount, and increased the cost of connecting to the water system by 1.8%. A reportedly drunk driver hit a Moses Lake police officer after the officer tried to stop the car from leaving a residence. Prosecutors charged Benedicto Rojas, a 37-year-old Moses Lake man, in Grant County Superior Court with assault in the 2nd degree, assault in the 3rd degree, and DUI. He is accused of hitting a Moses Lake police officer in the hip with his car while driving around a patrol car with its emergency lights on. Rojas reportedly was leaving a home after police arrived in response to a report of an assault. Now let's take a look at people currently being sought out by the Grant County Sheriff's Office.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We will be back after this.
Hey, how do you TDM?
Fish taco.
Chicken burrito. No. Chicken taco. I mean,
I want fire on my burrito. I want jalapenos. I want habanero sauce. I want it hot, hot, hot.
rice, beans, lettuce, tomato, then that is it.
I like nachos. I like nachos.
2 pork tacos with creamy chipotle sauce, and make it a combo.
Love fish tacos.
Gotta be fresh, gotta be fast, gotta be to go, gotta get out of here.
Stop by today and TDM with our new creamy chipotle sauce.
If it's metal, we buy it at J&K Recycling, from junk cars to farm equipment and everything in between. We are looking to buy industrial and construction equipment, iron and steel, copper, brass, or aluminum. We buy scrap metal of any kind. We can come to you to clean up your junk so you don't have to. Give J&K Recycling a call today. Remember, if it's metal, we buy it.
Hello everyone, I'm Chaselyn Rodriguez from your One News Weather Center, brought to you by your Bud Clary Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. Let's take a look at our headlines. Drive for the remainder of the week. The weak front has exited our region today, bringing us cooler temperatures, although those cooler temperatures are above the average for this time of year, and they will gradually increase throughout the week. Friday is looking pretty nice for our area. In the meantime, let's take a look at Alfredo's Almanac within the past 24 hours. The high in the mid-60s and the low in the mid-40s. The average for the low should be around 37 degrees for this time of year, with that sun setting at 7:39 p.m. And for Moses Lake, pretty similar, the mid-60s as well, not as warm as the record high of 77 in 2000, and that low in the upper 40s, sun setting at 7:38 p.m. And your current temperatures right now outside your door in the lower 60s, mostly clear skies, the dew point around 26, and those winds coming in from the west around 9 miles per hour. Around our region and around our state looking pretty nice. Temperatures are above the average for this time of year. A little bit of cloud cover, but overall pretty dry conditions along our area. There is a little bit of unsettled conditions coming in through the north, but that will affect more of the inland northwest and the panhandle of Idaho. But for our immediate area, we're looking for dry conditions throughout the week. So that is definitely great news for us. In the meantime, temperatures towards the coast from the lower 50s to the upper 50s, Olympia 62 degrees, and towards the inland northwest, temperatures in the lower 60s. And for our Columbia Basin, temperatures in the mid 60s to upper 60s. Partly cloudy skies, Moses Lake at 67 degrees. And let's take a look at our extended forecast for the week. Temperatures from the mid 60s to upper 60s. Friday 69 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, but coming into Saturday, temperatures remain in the 60s, and a weak cold front's coming through the beginning of the new work week, bringing us temperatures in the mid 60s. However, they are still above the average for this time of year, so that's definitely good news for us. We're going to see pretty good conditions throughout the week and the beginning of next week. This segment was brought to you by your Bud Clary Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. We'll be right back with sports, so don't go anywhere.
It's been called the most inspiring vehicle ever made, boasting a 5-star safety rating and named as a top safety pick. It's also done more to help our environment than any other car in the world. It's Toyota's Prius. Now with your choice of the regular model, the larger Prius V, or the smaller Prius C, saving fuel, reducing harmful CO2 emissions, and offered to you with excellent savings. Toyota's Prius family. Drive one today at any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers. Toyota. Let's go places.
Are you worried that your home might not meet today's safety standards? Eastern Washington Home Inspection standards for home safety are among the highest in the industry. We provide the highest level of inspection service and provide a detailed report with digital photos of any structural damage or other problems that might make your home unsafe. Our head inspector, Dennis Chamberlain, along with his son Cody, are fully qualified inspectors who make your safety their priority. We inspect for your peace of mind. Call us at 509-347-6425.
Welcome back. I'm Bob Kirkpatrick with today's local sports. The Moses Lake Chiefs picked up a win on the pitch Tuesday. Adrian Vasquez recorded a hat trick to lead Moses Lake to a 5-2 win over Eisenhower in the league opener for both teams. It was a windy, overcast night when the Chiefs and Cadets matched up at Lions Field last night. But the rain held off, and Moses Lake struck early on a goal by Sean Cotton, off an assist by Johnny Cortez to go up 1-0 6 minutes into the game. Vasquez scored his first goal off an assist by Alex Reed at the 22-minute mark to make it 2-0 Chiefs. Cortez found the back of the Eisenhower box in the 33rd minute of play to push the score to 3-0. Vasquez picked up his second goal in stoppage time just before the half off an assist by Cortez, and Moses Lake led 4-0 at intermission. Out to a comfortable lead, Coach Bill Bertram opened the second half with the majority of substitutes in the lineup. The Chiefs didn't seem to skip a beat as Vasquez tickled the Cadet net with his third goal of the match at the 57th minute to increase Moses Lake's lead to 5-0. The Cadets' Hector Chavez scored with 10 minutes left in the contest, and Eisenhower avoided the shutout. Chavez added one more in the 79th minute to bring the final tally to 5-2 Moses Lake. The Chiefs look to make it 2 league wins in a row when they head to Wenatchee Friday to match up with the Panthers. Big Bend softball dropped 2 games to Spokane at home Tuesday. The Lady Vikings were looking to snap a 5-game skid when they took to the diamond for a twin bill with the Lady Sasquatch yesterday afternoon. But NWAC East Region leader Spokane had another thing in mind and dashed Big Bend's hopes with a sweep of the doubleheader. The injury-decimated Vikings were shut out 8-0 that is, in the first game by former Moses Lake High School ace Haley Van Lathan, who tossed a 2-hitter and didn't allow a runner past second base. The Sasquatch took a 2-0 lead in the top of the first inning in Game 2. Tiffany King Phillips led off the bottom of the frame with a home run for Big Bend to close the gap to 2-1. Things looked promising for the Lady Vikings when they tied the game 1-1 in the bottom of the second, but Spokane added one in the top of the third to make it 3-1, and then blew the contest wide open with 4 runs in the top of the fourth and 9 in the top of the fifth to win going away 16-4. Big Bend falls to 1-13 in league play with the dual losses and into a tie for last place with Blue Mountain. The Lady Vikings are back on the diamond April 18th when they host a doubleheader with Yakima. The Quincy Jacks baseball team dropped their Caribou Trail League opener 3-2 at Cashmere yesterday. The 0-1 Jacks returned to the diamond Saturday for a home doubleheader with the Brewster Bears. First pitch is scheduled for 11 a.m. Well, that's it for sports. We'll be right back after this.
Bud Clary Ford Honda is proud to be an automotive leader in our area. Since opening our doors over 54 years ago, we have kept a firm commitment to our customers. We offer a wide selection of vehicles and hope to make the car buying experience as quick and hassle-free as possible. You can trust that we will get you into the car or truck of your dreams. Bud Cleary has an experienced and reliable service and parts department that is open extra hours to help fit our customers' hectic schedules. Come for a test drive today at 1200 South Pioneer Way. We are a proud supporter of Columbia Basin Athletics.
6 years ago, my dad began having issues with headaches, sore throats, and constant fatigue. He tried treating the problem with over-the-counter medications and lots of caffeine. Finally, he talked to his doctor who confirmed our suspicions. Dad had sleep apnea. He didn't like the idea of using a CPAP, but after trying it one night, he was convinced. We found everything he needs for a much better quality of life at In-Home Medical.
Our spotlight story tonight is about a Washington State University extension class that is proving to be a sheer success. Here with the story is Jeff Chu.
Think shearing sheep for their wool fleece is easy? Then watch the students work in Washington State University Extension's sheep shearing class at the Grant County Fairgrounds in Moses Lake. Ephrata Bay Shearing School Coordinator Sarah Smith has been teaching the nationally known course for 14 years in WSU's sheep shearing trailer. She says there's a big demand for sheep shearers, and the WSU Extension's shearing course helps fill that need.
There's a serious shortage worldwide, but especially in the U.S., we don't have enough shearers. And to get a quality wool clip, it starts not only with the production of wool at the farm, but we have to have somebody to harvest it. So Washington State University, along with the Washington State Sheep Producers and Columbia Sheep Producers Organization have offered this since 1977.
Students come from all over the U.S. to take the course.
We'll have 16 beginner students, and then we have 12 coming in for our advanced school. 16 is our max, and we filled in 2 weeks this year, so I have 30 on the waiting list already for next year. This year we have them as far away as Alaska and California. I've had them from Georgia, Vermont, Canada.
One of those students, Tamara Rose, came down all the way from Fairbanks, Alaska to take the course.
Well, first we have to travel a long ways for anything. We have some sheep up there and not enough shearers, and I have a flock of sheep and wanted to learn, and have friends that took this course and they really liked it.
Rose says she's learning a lot from the course.
You have to learn how to handle the sheep, how to balance them so they don't buck you off, and then also just the pattern of cutting to get the best quality of fleece and not cut them too much.
Smith elaborated on why the school is so popular.
This school, it has been recognized as one of the top in the U.S., not only because of the instructors that we have here. We have Mike McWilliams, we have Martin Dibble. We have this shearing trailer that you saw, which was handmade, which is really conducive to training them.
Micah Koyman from Bellingham said he was taking the week-long course for a good reason. He heard about the course through a 4-H leader who works with wool.
My sister and I would like to start a sheep shearing business, and so we'd like to learn how to shear the correct way. We've had a lot of mishaps with sheep shearing, and so we'd like to be able to do it more proficiently.
The school is tough, but many walk away with a new profession.
We're one of the few schools in the U.S. that runs 5 days, and it's 5 days of hard work, but it's really what's necessary to get a quality shearer out there. After 2 days, you're just dangerous enough or you're going to quit because it's hard. But after 3-4 days, they start to get the rhythm and the pattern technique.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
We will be right back after this.
A massage at Not Release Therapies is far more than mere luxury. We strive to improve your health and well-being in the process. The stress of everyday life adds up and can cause depression, even bodily harm. That's why our professionals make it their mission to rejuvenate your body and mind. Enjoy the benefits of body wraps, sunless airbrush tanning, aroma steam therapy, and much more. In our opinion, everyone deserves a day of relaxation and peace of mind. Not Release Therapies in Moses Lake, where relaxation means good health.
When Othello resident Alex dreamed of earning his bachelor's degree, he followed those dreams to Whitworth and Spokane. But now there's a shortcut through Moses Lake. If you have your AA degree or 2 years of college completed, you can now earn your Whitworth degree in Moses Lake at Big Bend Community College. Classes meet just 2 evenings and 1 Saturday every 6 weeks. If you share Alex's dream to complete your degree, visit whitworth.edu/Moses Lake for details.
In Northwest news, a Seattle man is trying to bike his way to a booming business. He's starting a new delivery company that's aimed at reducing carbon emissions. Alyssa Jaffe reports.
Dan Kohler is an unassuming guy who wants people to notice his bike.
It has turn lights.
And they are.
I get oogled a lot when I'm riding around. Yeah, folks on the street are really intrigued what we're doing. Hey, how's it going?
Kohler combined his passions for cycling and saving the environment to create Freewheel, carbon-free cargo delivery.
You know, dense urban environment like Capitol Hill or downtown, you don't necessarily need a van or a truck to make local deliveries.
Kohler stocks sandwiches, salads, and whatever else companies want transported and pedals past cars, making pollution-free deliveries to grocery stores and coffee shops like Bauhaus.
And he doesn't have to circle the block looking for parking. He's happy. And I don't smell diesel fumes from a big truck. It's great.
He just hops off his bicycle and parks in front, leaving delivery guys eyeing him with envy after trying to snag a parking spot on Capitol Hill. Good luck with that.
It's very tough, and a lot of times I just have to park illegally and run like crazy, but I didn't say that.
Kohler isn't a big guy. He weighs about 150 pounds, but he thinks he can haul up to 400 pounds worth of cargo in this thing. And there are so many hills in Seattle, so he gets a little help, an electrical assist.
You can cruise around on the flats with pedal power, but to get up the hills, we just turn the throttle a little bit and we get right up.
Broadway's protected bike lanes help with speed. Kohler says his delivery prices are competitive with vans, but have the environmental benefit. For now, Freewheel has one bike and one cyclist. That's Kohler, but he hopes to expand. Like the Postal Service, he'll deliver in rain or shine, but sleet and snow are to be determined.
We just started a week ago, but so far so good.
Kohler says he was inspired by similar bicycle delivery businesses in Europe. Warnings on prescription drugs are there for a reason. Investigators say a King County Sheriff's deputy was impaired by multiple prescription drugs when he was found slumped over the steering wheel of his patrol car on New Year's Eve in a Newcastle parking lot. The 3-month investigation was conducted by Bellevue Police, who had a blood sample tested at a lab in Pennsylvania. It found the presence of multiple prescription drugs that are dispensed with warnings against operating machinery or vehicles. The King County Prosecutor's Office will decide whether to charge the deputy. The 46-year-old is a 15-year veteran who also faces an internal investigation. With warm weather creeping up on Grant County this spring, residents might want to take precautions toward tumbleweed control. The Associated Press has the story.
Tumbleweeds, a part of prairie life in the West. But this year, they're not just an iconic symbol. They're a true menace.
I had a couple delivery people call the house saying they couldn't get to the front door because the front door was blocked.
The invasive weed, Russian thistle, and kochia from Europe and parts of Asia flourished last year on rangeland left dry from years of drought.
We wanted to stitch the tumbleweed.
After a freeze in November, the weeds broke off and took off.
It looked like sheep running across the prairie because the whole prairie was alive.
With large parts of Colorado, Oklahoma, New Mexico, and Texas parched, ranchers like Doug Tecklenburg have been forced to sell off their herds. Others have cut back. Without grass and cows to keep tumbleweeds in check, they block miles of road, irrigation ditches, and have invaded subdivisions.
Imagine we plowed weeds with road graders, trucks, loaders. The trucks, it'll come over the cab and you can't see anything.
Officials are having a tough time getting rid of the weeds.
Once you get the first wave beat down and packed down and out of the road, the wind comes up and here comes the next batch.
County governments are hoping for state or federal aid to deal with the tumbleweed emergency. In the meantime, Crowley County has fashioned its own tumbleweed whacker out of odd parts of farm equipment.
Never ends.
And residents do their best to shovel weeds from their lawn. Peter Banda, Associated Press, Ordway, Colorado.
And that's going to do it for us here at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow.